Gunther had the win in his hands. Then a hand shot out from under the ring, yanked the referee away, and the undisputed WWE Championship came crashing across his skull. The man who swung it wasn't a wrestler. It was the general manager he'd choked unconscious 2 weeks earlier. Welcome back to WrestlingCannva. Saturday night's main event just delivered the biggest payoff yet in the Gunther Aldis saga, and the aftermath tells you exactly how far this is going. This match carried massive weight before it even started. If Gunther and Sami Zayn beat CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, they'd both be added to the undisputed WWE Championship match at SummerSlam, turning a clean one-on-one showdown into a chaotic fatal four-way. Everything Gunther had been demanding since losing that title at Night of Champions came down to this single match at Madison Square Garden. All four men started brawling before the bell even finished ringing. Rhodes got the hot tag and lit Gunther up with multiple Cody cutters. Zayn hit Punk with a helluva kick. Punk answered Gunther with a GTS, and Gunther somehow powered back up and locked Punk into a sleeper, the same hold he'd used to choke out Aldis weeks earlier. Rhodes and Punk applied dueling submissions on Gunther and Zayn simultaneously, nearly scoring a double submission win before both sides broke it up. With referee Charles Robinson taken out in the chaos, Gunther grabbed Punk's own championship belt and blasted Rhodes with it. A new referee sprinted down to make the count. He got to 2. Then a hand reached out from underneath the ring and yanked him away. It was Aldis. He'd been hiding under that ring the entire match, waiting. As Gunther turned to see what happened, Aldis picked up the title belt Gunther had just used as a weapon and cracked him across the face with it, clearing the way for Rhodes to hit cross Rhodes and pick up the win. If you want every twist from here to SummerSlam, tap subscribe. I'm covering it all. Aldis didn't hide from what he did once the show ended. He posted directly on social media, responding to a fan simply confirming, "Damn right it did." No apology, no ambiguity, no attempt to frame it as anything other than exactly what it looked like. A man who'd been choked unconscious 2 weeks earlier, finally getting even, on his own terms, in the middle of Madison Square Garden. Aldis's wife, WWE Hall of Famer Mickie James, has also publicly reacted to what happened, adding another layer of real, personal stakes to a rivalry that's already stopped feeling like a normal storyline weeks ago. When a partner starts weighing in publicly, it usually means the story's bigger than a single segment. This result lands even harder given what Gunther said just one night earlier on SmackDown. He opened the show blaming Aldis for mistreating him since arriving on the brand, framing himself as the real victim in all of this. Adam Pearce cut him off completely, warning him he'd already be fired if this had happened on Raw, and revealing Aldis had personally insisted the tag match stay exactly as booked. Gunther reportedly laughed when he heard the stakes attached to that match, clearly thinking he'd just been handed a gift. Instead, the man he'd victimized turned that gift into the very weapon that cost him everything. Gunther's path back to championship contention is completely gone for now. Punk and Rhodes head to SummerSlam exactly as originally planned, in a clean one-on-one match for the undisputed WWE Championship. And Gunther's left with nothing but a title shot he laughed his way into, blown apart by the same man he tried to humiliate. Both Aldis and outside analysts are already treating this as a tipping point rather than a conclusion. This entire conflict started with a shoving match backstage after Night of Champions, escalated into Gunther choking Aldis unconscious, and has now boiled over into Aldis getting his hands dirty personally in the middle of a nationally televised main event. That's not the kind of story that just ends quietly. Gunther walked into Madison Square Garden thinking he'd been rewarded for attacking his boss. Instead, that same boss ended his championship dreams with his own hands. Do you think this finally leads to an official Aldis vs. Gunther match at SummerSlam? Tell me your prediction in the comments. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.